Yes guys, welcome back to the Full On Football channel. It is time for yet another match day vlog, and today it is the clash of the Titans in Hertfordshire in non-league. It is Borehamwood versus St Albans. We are walking through Borehamwood High Street right now. I'm absolutely buzzing for this game, by the way. It was meant to be played a couple of weeks ago, but it's postponed because Borehamwood were in the FA Cup. So we are now here on a cold Tuesday, 10th of December, in Borehamwood to see these two face off. The hair's going crazy again. These two teams could not be any further apart in terms of form. Borehamwood have won like their last 5 or something, and they're unbeaten in their last 5 anyway. St Albans are the complete opposite. They haven't won in bloody ages, so it's not looking good. But we are in the St Albans end tonight. I was going to sort of work it the same way as how I did for Luton v Watford a couple of weeks ago, where I went in the Luton home end for that game, but then when it goes to Vicarage Road later on in the season, I'll go in the Watford end. But I thought, I feel like I have more of allegiance just to St Albans because they are, of course, my literal local team. So we thought, screw it, let's go in the Saints end and we'll see what happens. But not expecting a win tonight. I don't think we're expecting a win tonight. And I say we because we are joined by a certain Ethan Craig. Right, come on then, Ethan. This is my big local derby, my big local non-league derby. What are you thinking then from the outside looking in?
I'm hoping St Albans get absolutely battered. I want to see some goals. I have a very tiny allegiance to Borehamwood because my mate does a podcast that is about as much allegiance as it goes towards. So I'm hoping St Albans get absolutely pumped.
Despite the fact that we're actually in the St Albans end?
Yes.
You hope so?
I hope
so Ethan's in the St Albans end, but he hopes to get smashed. Quality. I'm hoping for a good game tonight. The amount of games we've been to recently where it's been like 0-0, 1-0, bloody bore fest. We need goals tonight. We need goals. I think on the surface, I'll be happy with a 3-3 because then it means both teams pick up points. But in terms of who I want to get the win, I'm going to have to say St Albans because, they need the 3 points more than Borehamwood, of course. I mean, Borehamwood are in the playoffs or just outside the playoffs. They want it to get up into the playoffs. But the Saints are looking like they're going to be heading out of the National League South as it stands with their current form. So we need a win tonight. We need a win. St Albans need a win. So let's see if they can get it. Personally, I don't think they will. I think they're going to lose 3-0. So another thing I forgot to mention just now in the intro is that these two have been deprived of league action together for the last couple of years. Of course, Borehamwood being in the National League, Borehamwood got relegated last season from the National League back into the National South. They did play each other in the FA Cup a couple seasons ago when both of those two teams had an incredible run in the FA Cup. But unfortunately for St Albans, that's where their journey ended here at Meadow Park, where they lost 4-0. So it wasn't a very good game. So then, ladies and gents, here we are then inside Meadow Park for tonight's Vanarama National South fixture as St Albans take on Borehamwood. And it's actually the first time I've stood in this away section. Of course, many times I've been here in the home end, sitting in that side of the ground and standing in the north bank. But tonight we grace the away section here at Meadow Park. I don't know how long there is to go till kick-off, but I don't think it's long. I think it's maybe about 30 minutes max. I'm hoping tonight, I was just telling Ethan that it's a shame, and this wasn't me violating Borehamwood, but they don't really ever fill their ground. So I'm hoping that tonight brings a bit of atmosphere, especially in the St Albans end here as well. I'm hoping the Saints fans show up, but also really hoping that the Borehamwood fans show up as well. Not expecting a turnout like the FA Cup game a couple of years ago, of course, because that was FA Cup, but yeah, hopefully the fans show up today and make some noise. Need a good atmosphere tonight. Alright then guys, about 25 minutes till kick-off. Ethan, what have you gone for, mate?
We've gone with a street burger, so it's cheese, bacon, onions in a hot dog. We've ate half of it, so the rating so far, I'm going to have to give it a solid 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Would you get it again?
I would get it again, and I would recommend to a friend.
Quality. So that's the Borehamwood fans for tonight over there behind that goal. You can see that big contingent of lads there. They're going to be making all the noise. You can already hear their drum. I don't know if you can hear it on the camera, but I can hear it here in person. They're going to be making a lot of noise tonight, getting behind their team. Just get on keep going. So we were going to those years once again in on Football channel. It's Tuesday, it was football day. Like I said, before we got to ground, it was the clash of two Hertfordshire Titans, two teams who haven't played in the league in ages. Like I said, won an FA Cup match a couple of years ago in the 4th round where Borehamwood absolutely steamrolled the Saints. Went on to go to the 6th round and get knocked out just 1-0 at Goodison Park by Everton. But now we're in the National League South. St Albans are at the bottom. Well, not the bottom, but are down in the bottom 4. Borehamwood just outside the playoffs. Borehamwood unbeaten in 5, taking on St Albans side, winless in 5. Both sides desperate to pick up 3 points tonight in this local derby and get bragging rights of Hertfordshire, you could say, in the non-league sense anyway. Kick-off is coming up. It'll be interesting to see who wins tonight. Of course, with the St Albans and Borehamwood fans have been making a lot of noise. St Albans are just finding their voice now. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
Far too many of these places. How was the ball blocked? Turn in!
Here we go, lads. Right, the atmosphere's over here. It's moved. We're coming up in here. We're joining them. Catch that! Well, that's the closest either side have come to scoring tonight. Borehamwood strike the post. You have to say, if they did take the lead, it wouldn't be undeserved. They have had a lot of the pressure in this first half because St Albans are holding their own. I mean, I was just saying to Ethan now, I think they were 2-0 down at this point in the FA Cup when they were playing 36 minutes in. So things aren't all bad. Saints are still in there. They just need a chance. And at the moment, they've been few and far between Borehamwood and coming closest. Oh my God. Well, Borehamwood came closer to hitting the post 40 minutes in. You don't get many easier than that. 1-on-1 with the keeper. He's rolled it straight at Nathan Ashmore. And I was just saying as well, chances for St Albans have been few and far between. That is the best of the lot, and that had to be taken. 0-0 it stays. That's half-time here then at Meadow Park. Borehamwood 0, St Albans City 0, and it has to be said, despite the fact that it's been 0-0 and they haven't any goals. You have to say, St Albans, they haven't done badly. Of course, Borehamwood have been the better side, had a lot more pressure going forward, and they've had the better chances, but of course St Albans haven't had a golden chance just before the 40th minute. They've held their own despite where they are in the table, despite where Borehamwood are in the table, and their form as well. And they are currently going for a 0-0 draw at the moment. I think that's the main goal there for St Albans, getting at half-time, going at 0-0, go again in the second half. Of course, we're shooting this end now in the second half, so if there's a goal, we're in prime. That's right, we're in prime territory here to run down the front and get the players. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves. It's scoreless here at Borehamwood. Borehamwood 0, St Albans City 0. Well, like I said in the first half, it was Borehamwood who did have the pressure going forward. They did look like the better side. And in the second half, it's sort of much the same. St Albans have had chances, but it's the final ball that is screwing them over every time. And Borehamwood is back to basics, really good ball in the box. And it's a simple header into the back of the leg, giving Michael Johnson in goal, no chance for St Albans, and it's frustrating because it's the left and the right wings that have been giving St Albans problems this evening. Too much time on the left and right, allowing the cross to come in, and that's what happens when you do just that. Boreham will take the lead. St Albans have nothing to go. Well, I don't know his name, but that's this bloke's fault down here. I didn't catch it on camera, but he was just it went so soft into the challenge. He lost the ball, and then he gave up on it, let his man run, and the bloke who crossed the ball in, what a ball in it was as well, puts it on a plate for their striker. Excellent finish into the top left corner. 20 to go, game over. Borehamwood have the bragging rights of the Hertfordshire derby. Well, we're heading for a similar score to the one that was in the FA Cup a couple of seasons ago. Like I said, St Albans did so well to keep them quiet until half-time, especially with the position that they are in the league and the form, but that second goal, now that third goal, St Albans City are capitulating. Not good enough in these last 10 minutes, soft-centred defensively, and that again, to be fair though, is another excellent finish. to make it 3-0. We've got 18 minutes to go. So that's 3 points secure for Bournemouth. It's now a question of how many they're going to get. They've done really well in this last 10 minutes to get the game, but the scruff of the neck and kill it off. Oh, this is so depressing. What was once a cauldron of noise in this away end at Meadow Park is ended in a miserable, eerie silence as the fans pour out after seeing St Albans get smashed once again this season. 3.5 minutes to go, 3 minutes to go until full time. I want to go, I'm bloody freezing. Oh dear. Alright then guys, full time then in Meadow Park. Me and Ethan left. Well, it has just gone full time. Stadium just back there. 3-0 Borehamwood. It's frustrating, I'm not going to lie. I come into this one sort of not necessarily a neutral, but I didn't really mind who got the result today. I wanted St Albans too, because obviously we were in the St Albans end. And they do need 3 points more than Borehamwood, in the sense that they want to stay up. But in the grander scheme of things, they're both my local teams, so I wasn't really fussed on who got the 3 points. But having said that, the atmosphere took hold, and I really wanted St Albans to get the win in the end. But unfortunately, it wasn't to be. I think they did well in the first half. St Albans, they controlled. They didn't control the game really. To be fair, it was more Bournemouth who did all the controlling in the first and second half. But they did well to keep them quiet, and I think that was the main thing. They got in at half-time 0-0, because like I said, in the FA Cup previous, they were about 2 or 3 down before half-time. So they got in at half-time goalless, and they could build on that and go in the second half. But in the second half, it was the complete opposite. Started off okay, had a couple chances, but it was the final ball for St Albans tonight that just did not work and just didn't go for them. It just wasn't running, and it really sort of screwed them over in the end. And yeah, Bournemouth of course took the lead, and I said to Ethan, I didn't say it on camera, but I said to Ethan that I think if St Albans scored, then I think Bournemouth are probably capable of equalising. But if Bournemouth score first, that's game over. Whether it's 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, it's game over. So yeah, they took the lead, and then from then on it was pretty abysmal. St Albans then went 2 goals down. Like I said, it was a really rubbish sort of piece of defending from I don't really know who it was, their right winger, don't even know his name, but it was awful. Really loose challenge, and then he didn't even make any effort to get back, and then of course the player who he was meant to be marking put the ball in for the guy who just finished it off brilliantly. And then the third goal was just a complete capitulation. Didn't wake up from the second goal that they just let in.
It was a good finish.
Yeah, brilliant finish, but from the St Albans defensive perspective wasn't good enough. And yeah, and that obviously, well, 2-0 was game over, but 3-0 is that is that. Like, there's no chance of coming back from that. So it's upsetting for St Albans. It was another good performance up until sort of the end of 45 minutes, first 45 minutes. And it could have been something to build on if they did only lose 1-0, because of course Bournemouth being where they are and the form they're on, it wouldn't have been a terrible result to lose 1-0, but to lose 3-0 for me isn't a good result. And another thing I've got to mention as well that I found really funny is I've come to Bournemouth now the last 3 times. The last 3 times I've come to Bournemouth, they've won convincingly, and they kept a clean sheet. 4-0 against Wolverhampton last season, 4-0 against Carshorten in the FA Cup this season, and then of course 3-0 tonight against St Albans. So I don't know what it is, but I seem to be a bit of a lucky charm, you could say, for Bournemouth. But then again, obviously I wasn't in the home end tonight, so I can't really class that. But yeah, Bournemouth did play well tonight. Can't take nothing away from them. It was St Albans who sort of let themselves down in that second half. And yeah, Bournemouth, I think they move up to 4th now, so they are proper pushing for playoffs. They're in a good run of form as well. And yeah, best of luck to them going forward. Of course, I'll be back here at Meadow Park at some point to come and see them play someone else in the league. And of course, I'll be at the return fixture at Clarence Park as well. And yeah, but anyway guys, that is about it. If you had enjoyed, please like, please subscribe, comment as well. Let me know if you was at the game and what you thought of it. And yeah, I will see you this Sunday when I go back to Vicarage Road for the first time in ages. I think that's the longest gap I've actually had without going to Watford. So I'll be going back to Vicarage Road this weekend. It's a massive game this weekend. It's Watford v West Brom in the Championship. So I will see you guys then. But yeah, please like, please subscribe. See you next time.